What you mean we're again? Again, Little Caesars, babe? Coming up on Speech from the Throne headlines, senators request military training. Well, at least the FNM ones. People still trying to remember who the former and present FNM chairmen are. And McAlpine still unsure why people are calling him an FNM. All this and more on Speech from the Throne headlines. But first, superhero activist and Senator Raynard Henfield claims he was almost murdered in a local gang attack at a Little Caesars Pizza. From rocks flying, cutlasses, and him saving everybody, it seems that the senator had it all under control. Now, unlike other news outlets in the country, Speech from the Throne was able to obtain the footage from that night. We now take you to a Speech from the Throne exclusive. In more positive news, Marvel Studios has commissioned the good senator to write their next blockbuster film. They're throwing around a couple of names: Drama Queen, Inception, The Greatest Showman, and The Centenges, Pizza War. Raynard Henfield also released a statement claiming that he had secured the services of one Olivia Pope, saying that she will be here right after the TV show to clear all of this up. The new Fusion Superplex theaters open and Bahamians go buck wild. New seats, bigger screens, the same movies. Some Bahamians resorted to Facebook to post their receipts of the outrageous prices they were facing at the Fusion Superplex. You know, for things like glazed wings, lobster rolls, and calamari. You know, poor people food. Things they weren't even getting at Galleria. I don't understand. This just in. Senator Raynard Henfield just saved people from the high prices at the Fusion Superplex. You know, they came in, they were chopping, they were stabbing, rocks were flying everywhere. But you know what? He helped to save them from the high prices. So now lobster rolls 50% off for everybody. Bahamians all over the country still confused as to what the FNM chairman is actually saying.
They're stirring up and pulling at straws and hitch.
Speak up, Chairman. Just speak up a little bit. I don't think they get you. Prime Minister Hubert Minnis says that he will retire in 2027. What? Oh yeah, yes. He meant from looking at vaginas. He'll probably lose the next election, so we good. Critics claim that Raynard Henfield's storytelling is not a good look for the FNM. Our researchers here at Speech from the Throne have found 5 things that the FNM has done that are way worse than the senator's white lie. Raising the VAT, raising the light bill, signing the OBAN deal, letting McAlpine get an FNM seat, and lastly, winning the election. This just in. Senator Raynard Henfield just saved the Bahamian economy. You know, they came in, they were chopping, they were stabbing, rocks were flying everywhere, but finally the Grand Ducayan is sold and gas prices are lower. Thank you, Senator Raynard Henfield. After numerous warnings about the safety of romaine lettuce after a massive recall in the US, the Food Safety Board of the Bahamas released a statement stating, "We're cool. You know Bahamians don't eat salad." Speaking about health, our resident correspondent Stephen Hanna has been following the story about the doctor's strike. He joins us now.
Thanks, Vereno. The strike is already wreaking havoc. All elective surgeries will be canceled, which means that Raynard Henfield's procedure to remove his foot from his mouth will have to wait until this whole thing is cleared up. Didn't these doctors think for a second that their selfish actions could have repercussions? I mean, an innocent senator tells the world how brave and strong he is, and it turns into a shouting match. Somehow he ends up calling somebody an offensive slur, and now he has to suffer.
Well, why do the doctors want to go on strike?
I don't know. I guess they want better working conditions and health insurance or something.
They don't have health insurance?
Yeah, and without health insurance, we all know where you'll end up if you end up sick at PMH. And if I was a doctor, I mean, that is the last place I would want to go.
It sounds like what you're saying is that the private sector doctors are better.
No, of course not. They're just compensated better and work in better environments. But the good news is that the Director of Labor has figured out a passive-aggressive workaround to the strike. If all the senior doctors go on strike, they will just replace them with junior doctors. After all, everyone knows that junior doctors don't mind working in slave conditions and not being paid overtime for working on holidays.
They're also trying to get permission to strike.
Oh, well, don't get sick. After all, it's like John Pinder said, the art of negotiation is that you never get what you want. After all, we wanted a government and instead we got, you could just roll footage of any MP at this point.
Sorry, Stephen, but this just in. The doctor's strike is over. You know, they came in, they were chopping, they were stabbing, and rocks were flying everywhere, but Senator Raynard Henfield saved the day. The doctors are back to work.